Okay, these are two songs that I could have sworn were on Bear in the Big Blue House, a song from Groundling Mars called What Are Friends For, that Galileo and Maggie, not Galileo and Stax sing at the end of the episode. I think it was called My Hero. Yeah. I also could have sworn they sang Books Are Fun. I'm not sure what version it was. Okay, here are a lot of stuff involving Tom and Jerry. And a lot of them involve the Tom and Jerry movie. The one where they're singing Friends to the End. Yeah. So when I was like watching like a Tom and Jerry cartoon, but like instead of Tom and Jerry and like the dog Spike, it was like a lot of the animal characters from Cinderella. There was Lucifer, there was Jock and Gus, and like there was like Bruno. Yeah. There are a lot of songs that I could have sworn were in like various Tom and Jerry stuff. Mostly the movie. The Professor Tinkerputt song, I'm not sure why. I think it was the Imagination Island version. John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt. That was probably a season 3 version. Taking Turns, probably season 1. Skating, Skating. Friendship Song, probably season 1 as well. Hey Look and Make and Fly, I don't know what version. And a lot of the songs from Swan Princess. In fact, maybe all the songs from Swan Princess. You know, Far Longer Than Forever. This Is My Idea. Princess on Parade. Okay, I could have sworn Barney the dinosaur and Spike the bulldog, I could have sworn they were voiced by Jeff Bennett, but they never voiced them at all. I also could have sworn Jeff Bennett voiced the SpongeBob character. I'm not sure which one, but yeah. Okay, this one's the Mandela effect involving the stock scream sound effect. It sounds like this. No! Yeah. Like, I remember, I first heard that scream sound effect in, like, an episode of this Tom and Jerry show, where, like, this ring, like, falls down the drain, and, like, Spike screams like that. But then, like, a while later, I was, like, watching, like, various stuff on YouTube. Like, there's one video game called Wishbone and the Amazing Odyssey. And, like, there's this one part where, like, the Cyclops eats this guy, and he makes that same screaming sound. And, like, yeah, I had no idea that was in that game. And then I was, like, watching, like, a, like, Gaston YouTube poop, like, Beauty and the Beast, where, like, this guy, where LeFou got crushed by this garbage truck, and, like, he made that same sound, and I had no idea that was in there. And then I watched an episode of Big Time Rush, I think it was the pranking episode, and it was there. And I don't remember that. I also had a dream where Spike was in my house, and that was kind of cool. Because this one's involving the song Friends to the End. We two are friends to the end. That annoying song. I hate that song so much, yet I love listening to it. It gets stuck in my head. Like, oh my god, it gets stuck in my head constantly. I think about it, like, a lot. I mean, it's a cute song, kind of, but it's a bit odd. I don't know, I think it's cute seeing, like, Tom and Jerry being friends and talking. And they're not exactly friends, though, in the movie. Like, no, they sing about being friends, but, like, then after the song's over, they're still not sure about being friends. Yeah, they don't show any friendliness to each other. At all. So, yeah. But I could have sworn the song they sang was in, like, other stuff, like, maybe Barney. Like, it sounds so similar to, like, something I've heard before. Okay, this one, I was, like, similar to that Slendy Tubbies doll dream I had. Yeah, like, when I found a Slendy Tubbies doll behind the wall over there, next to the stairs, I found a trivia DVD game about Tom and Jerry. The DVD disc was kind of similar to the front cover of the Tom and Jerry movie game. It even had the same background in, like, the DVD itself. But yeah. And there were lots of questions, including some about the movie. One of the questions, they misspelled Robin's name with an I instead of a Y. But yeah. And speaking of Tom and Jerry talking, I could have sworn there were other times where they talked. Like, I know there's, like, some, like, Tom and Jerry cartoons where they briefly speak. You know, like, Tom sometimes like, I love you. You set my soul on fire. No, I could when they talked like in the movie, like they were both voiced by like Richard Kind and Dana Hill. Yeah, where they're like, I'm Tom, I'm Jerry. Yeah, I sound just like Jerry. Oh my god. But yeah. And this one is actually two dreams involving Tom talking to me. I was watching like a McDonald's commercial or maybe like a coming up next bumper where like Tom was in like this like factory and he was actually talking to me about like some show or something. But yeah. And then I was at school. I was at my middle school and Tom was like with me and he was talking to me. Both these dreams he was voiced by Richard Kind. Which, yeah. And then, like, one dream, like, Tom was talking again. He was at my grandmama's house with the dog from the movie Pugsy. And, yeah, it was pretty weird. This one's involving two characters from the movie. The dog's flea friend named Frankie. And the girl Robin Starling. I could have sworn I've seen them in, like, other, like, cartoons, maybe. Like, Frankie, like, I could have sworn I've seen him somewhere, but I'm not sure where. He looks kind of like Jiminy Cricket, actually. Robin looks, like, so generic. She's, like, such a generic little girl character. Every little girl character, I swear, is exactly like her. They're, like, little girls who, like, have no parents, or maybe their parents are not home. And they all look like Emmy from Dragon Tales. Like, seriously. They all do. But yeah. And speaking of, these are some characters that Andy McAfee voiced, that I could have sworn were voiced by Wendy Welch, Robin, Mary Lennox from, the Secret Garden, like the animated one, Phoebe from Hey Arnold, and Sarah from Land Before Time. Actually, like, all these characters do sound a lot like Wendy Welch's voice, and Wendy Welch voiced Maggie on Groundling Marsh, who's actually very similar to Robin in some sort of ways. But yeah. Okay, this is one dream I had. I, like, saw, like, Angel from, like, Lady and the Tramp 2 and Ferdinand, the dog on the skateboard from the Tom and Jerry movie, were on, like, some sort of adventure or something. Actually, in the Always There song from Lady and the Tramp 2, there's one part where Angel goes around town and she sees, like, a lot of dogs with their owners, and some of them actually do look like Ferdinand. But yeah. Okay, there's one dream I had. I was watching a video where this one guy was comparing the villain of the Tom and Jerry movie, Pristine Fig, to Ratcliffe from, like, Pocahontas. They do look kind of similar, and they're both obsessed with money. So yeah, one dream I had on Fig was in the Toy Story 2 movie. She was like this crazy, like creepy, like toy collector, kind of like Al from like Toy Story 2, but way more evil. But yeah, I think this dream happened shortly before Toy Story 4 came out. So yeah. And this one's involving two other villains from the movie. The famous Mr. Lickboot. We've got to have money. And Dr. Apple Cheeks, who makes this face when he sees an ice cream cart. I don't remember these two characters being in the movie. I remember when I first saw the trailers for this movie, they're barely shown in the trailer. And I didn't see them at all. And then I actually borrowed the movie on VHS from the library, and, like, I swear to God, they were not in the movie. Oh my god. I don't know. In fact, like, I think, like, the dog and the flea, Pugsy and Frankie, I think they had a bigger role in the movie when I first saw it. In fact, I could swear I've seen Pugsy and, like, other stuff as well. He kind of looks like a cartoon version of, like, Wags the Dog from The Wiggles, actually. So yeah. I don't know, but, like, I don't remember these two characters being in there. And then, like, afterwards, while later, I remember seeing, like, various YouTube poops and stuff. I remember seeing that clip of Mr. Lickboot saying, "We've got to have money." And I was, like, confused. He looked like the devil. I thought it was in, like, some sort of, like, film about, like, I don't know, like, being evil or something, about demons or something, but, like, and then, like, I saw, like, the Nostalgia Critics review of the movie, and I saw he was there, and I was, like, shocked. And then I like saw like Dr. Applecheeks was there, and I saw the scene where he was walking towards the ice cream cart, and I was like horrified. But more on that later. Okay, this one, I don't know about this. A dream, Mandela effect, maybe like a YouTube video I saw, but Mr. Lickboot was singing the song Hellfire from The Hunchback of Notre Dame. Very ironic, because, like, I was just talking about Satan, and, like, both characters, him and, like, Judge, I forget his name, they're both voiced by the same person. And this one dream I had, I made this into a fan fiction, and this is probably one of my favorite fan fictions I've written. But I was watching, like, the Tom and Jerry movie. I was watching a scene where, like, Tom, Jerry, and Ferdinand were fighting in the kitchen. But, like, afterwards, like, it showed Emmy, Max, and Enrique from Dragon Tales. They were leaving the house as they were done visiting. And Robin didn't want them to leave, and Max didn't want to leave either. And they did the I wish to use this rhyme thing. Like on Dragon Tales. And they ended up back in their playroom at nighttime. So yes, in this dream, the Tom and Jerry movie takes place in Dragonland. So yeah, and they go into like the hallway, the upstairs hallway, and they go talk to their dad. We actually see their dad in his bedroom about like what they did that day. And I made this into a full story. Basically, like, people found out about Dragonland and started moving there and building, like, houses and stuff there. And, like, yeah. And apparently Robin used to be, like, Emmy Max's, like, next-door neighbor before she and her dad moved to Dragonland. And Enrique is worried that he and his family are moving again to New York. So, yeah. So this story is basically, like, a series finale of Dragon Tales. So yeah, if you want to see the fanfiction, go check out my fanfiction page. My username is called Nick the Reading King. The story is called Tom and Jerry in Dragonland. I'm surprised this has not been made into a crossover movie. You know those awful like Tom and Jerry crossover movies? They should do that. But yeah. And this one's involving the I Miss You song from the movie. I had a dream where, like, it was an extended version of the song with, like, an extra verse. But yeah. And I could sing the song, as I have sang it a million times on my channel. But I am going to. Yeah, you thought I wasn't going to. Do I miss you? Count the stars. Multiply by 10. I don't... In fact, now that I think about it, I kind of remember hearing that song in something else. Like, I already talked about how I remember, like, Swan Princess songs being in Tom and Jerry, but more on that later, actually. I don't know, I could have sworn a song on, like, Groundling Marsh, maybe. Speaking of this one dream I had, I couldn't for a while figure out what this dream was, until, like, recently, but, like, it was like the scene where Robin was singing the I Miss You song, but she was singing the I'm Sorry song from Groundling Marsh. I just want to say, I'm sorry. My cousin really loves that song. Yeah, I played it, I played both that and the I Miss You song to him, and every time I mention that, he sings it. He loves those songs so much. This one's a similar dream, actually. But yeah. Wendy and Alice from Peter Pan and Alice in Wonderland were in Robin's bedroom, and they were singing Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. It was the kids' songs version. It's ironic, because Wendy and Alice are voiced by the same person, Catherine Beaumont, I think that's how you pronounce it. But yeah. This one is like a Mandela effect involving like the scene with Dr. Applecheeks walking towards the ice cream cart. See, in one scene in the movie, he gets thrown out of his truck, and then he sees an ice cream cart and runs slowly towards it. I could have sworn we actually saw him push the ice cream man off the truck and steal the cart. But yeah, but we don't see that. It just cuts to the next scene. So one dream I had, I was in a fight with the evil aunt in the movie, Aunt Fig, and I was like, she cast a spell on me. She's a witch. She cast a spell on me. And then I started casting spells on her, and yeah, it was pretty crazy. It's even more crazy than that one scene in Sleeping Beauty when they're trying to, like, make, like, that dress pink and blue and stuff. Like, this is like that, but way more crazy.